in order to be able to work well with anybody, you've got to know yourself well first. Who are you? What are you? What are your values? Because a lot of people just aren't aware of those things. And it's like, oh, that's fluff. No, it's not.
Thank y'all for joining the Twincast. It's the podcast where business and faith are our foundation and a good laugh is always on the house. We're identical twin sisters navigating the real estate world one deal at a time. The Twincast starts now. Welcome back to the Twincast. We're your hosts, Nicole and Cherie. We're building faith, real estate, life, and leveling up is what we do. The Twincast starts now. Okay, let's jump into it. So today we have Ronald Reich on our Twincast, and we're happy to have him because he is a coach, leadership, and he has a GPS system that we're going to be happy to talk about and interested to deep dive into it. So Ronald, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, ladies, thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, I have a lot of questions for you because leadership is, I understand you've been in this industry for 28 years. Is that right?
Yeah. Actually, it's approaching even a little bit longer than that, 29, whatever it might be. Long time, no matter what.
That's a lot of years in leadership coaching, and so me and Nicole have really just started into this realm of working with young adults and getting into that space. And I have found there have been some challenges with our young adults and kind of just getting into their head, understanding how important coaching and leadership is. And we'd love to hear a little bit of your take on that and young leadership, entrepreneurs and things like that.
Instantly, I mean, just instantly, Sherry, what you're making me think about is how critical it is for anybody, particularly the younger folks out there, to get to know themselves extremely well. Just learn about yourself on a very, very deep level. Who are you? What are you? What are your guiding values? What are your strengths? What are your limitations? What triggers you? And I mean, just all of these different things. Because in order to be able to work well with anybody, you've got to know yourself well first. And I believe that with every fiber I have. And I mean, there are ways to go about this. And truly, right off the bat, folks, I hope you believe me because I am not trying to do any self-embedded marketing here. If anybody is interested, though, I have some resources that can help people learn just about that. Who are you? What are you? What are your values? Because a lot of people just aren't aware of those things. And it's like, oh, that's fluff. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That is a very interesting perspective because I think in our generation, our parents were kind of like, you just tough it up and you just do what you have to do, and this is how you do it, and you follow our lead, or you just, sink or swim, and
That's right.
not really diving into the emotional part of it, and understanding who you are, like you said, and what you're here to do and your purpose and things like that. It was kind of the fluff, as you mentioned, and now at 42 years old, we're understanding it is important to understand who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life. And
Mhm.
so we're understanding that and now trying to say, telling our children, hey, you need to know and you need to get real comfortable with these things because these are the people that are going to be running our country, after we're old, and we need them to be prepared for it, right?
Sherry, I'm chuckling only because I'm not going to add a word to what you just said. I mean, no, really, I truly do believe that so strongly. Is that I'm older than you guys. I'm 66. I'm not a kid anymore. And one of the things that is so important to me, success for me to find, one of the big things is being able to make a difference in people's lives.
Mm.
I first of all, I'm passionate about it, and number two, I say to people, I have a selfish motive. And quite often they'll give me the look like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Is that I'm not a kid, my wife is not a kid either any longer, obviously. And if there's anything I can do to help younger people get better at what they're doing now, it's only going to help us in our golden years.
Mhm.
And I believe that again so strongly.
Yeah, that's what kind of what we've been seeing and understanding is the younger that we start this process. I have a daughter who's 13 and a 7-year-old, but we really, and Cherie's daughter's 20, yes, she's 20. And so, but that wasn't something that was taught to, I would say, Elena. We weren't deep diving into that at her at 13, but now I'm understanding, hey, the younger we start implementing leadership and setting goals, the better off we're going to be because once they get up to 18, 20 years old, it's a lot harder to start this process. So we are saying, hey, let's start young.
I would love to see these types of things implemented at the latest, Nicole, a high school. And
Mm,
I think it should start earlier than that. Going back to, just good listening skills,
mm,
learning about who you are, what you are. And I mean, I'll tie something in too. My wife, Lori, taught in the same school district for 31 years before she retired. She
mm,
taught fifth grade. She used to teach a lesson every year that I thought was just beyond brilliant. And the lesson was for the kids, it is not about how smart are you. It is all about how are you smart, because every single person is smart. I'll
mm,
tell you right now, I'm a bright guy. I really, really am in certain areas. I'm
mhm,
smart in certain areas. There are a lot of other areas where I struggle. I don't know the two of you really at all. I mean, I like both of you instantly, and still, my point, you are bright. Everybody's bright in certain areas, and the kids need to learn that. Is that, oh, they're the nerds over there? No, they're not the nerds. They're smart in different ways. Oh, they're just the jocks. No, they happen to be athletic. I
mm.
mean, and all of these things, and I would love to see the kids learn about this.
Yeah, I think it would be amazing for them to understand what they're great at and find out what they're good at and focus on those and develop them even more. But if we start that younger, it's easier to develop them and they can grow faster. So it's a great thing.
Yeah.
You said your wife has taught for 31 years. That is one of the things that me and Nicole are trying to get into our schools. We started at the high school level. We were saying freshmen through seniors, and we want to talk to them about real estate and finances and things like that, because obviously those shape our world for the rest of our life. We have to have a home to live in. We have to understand finances, but
Hmm.
emotional intelligence, coaching, all these different things, leadership skills they need. You had mentioned at the high school level is where you think that this is at the latest. At the
Hmm.
latest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as we talked to teachers, they did say even in the like junior high is when they start picking careers and things like that. So you said your what grade did your wife teach? Elementary.
She taught fifth grade.
Okay, yes.
So just before elementary school.
Okay, yeah.
And what's the other thing that's so interesting is that I am a voracious reader.
Mhm.
And the book that I'm reading right now, I'm looking at it, it's right here on my desk. It's called Design Love In. And
Mm,
it's written by a guy named Marcus Buckingham. And what he's talking about is love is the most important word in business today. And looking at it, I was like, what? And what he's talking about though is that leaders need to build love into the workplace and getting people to say, I love working here. I love this part of my job. I love this, because when people are doing that, it creates just all of the emotions that go along with it and everything else. And his whole point is that we need to create this, from the beginning and find out from kids, what do you love to do? And
mm.
it's not what do you like to do, because his research indicates big differences. It's what do you love to do? What do you just absolutely think about all the time? And that's how you create love experiences. And that's how you create people who are passionate about what they do and are going to be successful.
Hmm. Yeah. Love, I mean, our dad is a pastor, so we've just been, surrounded by, I feel love. I mean, because that's what the church should be, right? People should, inside the church, we should love people, and we've been taught that from a very early age. But bringing that into a workplace, bringing that into a learning environment is crucial. We learn the most when we love doing what we're doing, and sometimes you're not going to like the part of what you're doing, but if you get to the next part you could love it, but you have to get through it. And I'm sure that through coaching you explain that to people, that there are going to be times that you don't like to do something, but you have
Sure.
to get to the other side of it, because I
That's right.
think in this time, all of our not all of them, but a lot of people think that if it's hard, I just quit and move on to something else. And I keep moving and I keep moving, and you never get to the end goal. You
Yeah.
never get to the
Right.
love, the passion part
That's right.
until you get through the
That's
hard,
right.
right? So
Right.
do you see, tell me, I'm sorry, I didn't ask the age group in which you kind of start, you coach and lead people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the people that I'm working with now are adults. I mean, there's just no getting around that. I mean, I am coaching people from their 20s up through their 50s,
Yeah.
and just everything in between,
Mhm.
and people at all different levels, from from presidents, owners, down through people who are on the manufacturing floor, who are driving the trucks, whatever it might be.
What do you see in, since that's a variety of age, an age group there, what do you see all in common? Is there one thing that you see in common between all of them, or something that speaks to you in regards to that?
Not sure. I'm not sure I'm seeing anything in common per se, Nicole. The one thing that I'm appreciating so much is that, and just recently, more and more and more, the people that I have been coaching are so receptive to it and are so excited about it, and it's like, wow, this is wonderful.
Hmm.
Because over the years, and especially in the beginning, a lot of times it was just like, yeah, I was told I needed to work with you, or just along those lines. And it just seems to me like now, for whatever reason, people seem to be more receptive, which again is a wonderful thing.
Well, I think, Ron, with your energy, I think that's very helpful. I was talking to another person earlier today, and he just started his career into um, life benefits and kind of an entrepreneurship there, but he's very passionate about it. He has relatable experiences, and when you believe in something, it's not just a sell. You believe in it, so it's, yes, it's a
Right,
byproduct, and you are able to make money from it. But when you believe in something, it's a lot easier to drive home your point. And I can see your passion in regards to what you're
right.
speaking on, leadership, and how you believe that it's important and beneficial. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Sign up. Ron got the, Ron has it.
Ron can get you there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have to know about your system. 6 to 7, you take entrepreneurs from six-figure income to seven. So can you tell us a little bit more about that GPS program
Yeah.
that you've developed?
Essentially, what I believe in, and this may sound very counterintuitive, I am a big, big believer in staying out of the results business. And what I mean by that simply is, as long as I have prepared fully for anything that I am going to do, the results are out of my hands. It's completely out of my hands. Going back to, faith based, where it's just like, I have no control over how well our interview goes. The only thing I control, how well did I prepare for it? How ready am I for it? And that's what I recommend to my clients all the time is, rather than focusing on, we've got to hit these numbers, we've got to make this amount of money, I want to have this kind of house, whatever it might be, is like, find something you love to do, what we were talking about, work at it really, really hard, and again, just prepare well, take good care of your people. the results will take care of themselves.
Mm.
And again, I believe that with every fiber I have. I don't worry about how much money am I going to make this year. That'll take care of itself. That's a byproduct of everything that comes before it.
Oh, I just love it.
Hmm.
We just did a podcast, I think yesterday, saying the same thing, Matthew 6:33, which says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God," because a lot of people have this mindset that if you're a Christian, God follower, that you can't have money at the same time. And I'm like, well, it is a byproduct. If you just chase God, you will have money and other things, of course, but happiness, joy, and things like that. But if you
Right.
just serve people, the everything else will follow. Like everything else will follow. So I love that 6 to 7 figure GPS system that you've created, because to me, it's absolutely in line with the Bible. And to me, it kind of just mirrors our thought process too. So interesting that you have, developed that. So when is this new? Tell me exactly how long have you been you working in that system, working with that system?
I have been doing that for many, many years now.
Hmm.
Well over 20 years. And it's just it's something I learned along the way from just a lot of different people.
Hmm.
And I mean, I'm also, again, with the faith based, although it's not well, I don't consider it a religious prayer.
Hmm.
I love the serenity prayer. I mean, I just do. God grant me the serenity to
Hmm.
accept the things I cannot change. I can't change again how well our chat goes here. Courage to change the things I can. Okay, what can I do about it? Prepare well, be ready for it, and then I need to let the rest go.
Yeah, yeah. Do your part, and everything else will follow, right?
Exactly.
I think, and that's the key point, is you have to do your part. You have to put the hard work in. You have to do those type of have that, discipline. You have to have those disciplines to do the hard things, and then let the cards fall the way they will lay, right?
That's
Um,
right.
and tell me what transitioned you from, I understood that you were in a corporate field before, and then you
Yeah.
transitioned into leadership and coaching and all those things. So what was the turning point for you?
I'm laughing only because I was working for a pharmaceutical company. And again, truly loving what I was doing for the most part. Not every aspect was glorious still. For the most part, loving what I was doing. And on March 6th, 2003, the entire training team got laid off.
Mm.
Mm.
And it was at that point where, I talked to my wife and I was just like, Lori, I'm tired of corporate. I'm tired of everything, of the politics and everything that goes along with that. We talked about, what do you think about me venturing out on my own? And I started doing that. And I mean, it has worked ever since. And it's been so much fun.
I think we've talked, I mean, every entrepreneur and everyone that has taken the leap that we have talked to has never has done it and never wanted to look back. They were like, I'll never do an 8 to 5 or anything
Oh,
like that again. That's not an option. So, I mean, it's a huge risk. I work with a builder, and he said he failed twice, but he kept going because there was no way that he was going to be doing an 8 to 5. So, I mean, I think that's in entrepreneurs and people. I mean, that work ethic is just like, I'm not going to quit. And that's, it's important to us is the work ethic there. One thing that I focus on in my part of this here in regards to working and having that the leadership skills and talking about, hey, we're not going to like everything that we do. It's not going to be fun sometimes.
right.
But you can't quit. You just got to keep going, and you got to work towards the end goal. And remember, hey, I'm doing this for this. I'm doing it for that. If you find something, for my part, my girls, being a single mom, I'm providing for them, and I'm working, and I know, hey, I'm doing this because I love them. I want to be able to provide a
Exactly.
house for them to sleep in. I want them to be able to go on some vacations here and there. But if you find something that you love, like we've talked about, if you find something that you love, it's almost easy to do, and you have some hard days, but you know you're going to get through it, and there's not an option for quitting. You just get that out of your wheelhouse.
That's right. That's right. And I'm very, very fortunate. I consider myself very blessed to be certified to teach the 7 habits of highly effective people by Stephen Covey. And habit 2, begin with the end in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, what we talk about in that particular habit, get to know yourself extremely, extremely, extremely well. And what do you want to do in your life? What do you want your relationships to be like? What's the end point? Because that's what I just heard you talking about, Nicole. And
Mm.
that's classic. And that for me is a recipe for success.
Let's go. That's good news.
You're doing something right, Nicole.
Okay, well, I was questioning things up until now.
You were questioning?
Just kidding.
Well, 13 years, in the industry that most real estate agents fail in. I think you're doing something right. And I think that I started coaching. My first ever coach was a gym coach, and he really changed my life. And I know that health, fitness has something to do with your success. I truly believe it, and I believe he catapulted me into a different just a whole different mindset of what coaching can do for somebody individually, as a group. You need it in your life, and you're a better person when you accept it. And like you said earlier, that people are now becoming more receptive to coaching, and I love that because we are going to have a better, everybody that accepts it are just better people. I
Hmm.
just truly believe
That's
we're
right.
better people. So,
That's
Walk a
right.
little differently.
yeah,
We walk a little differently. We have a different mindset. So yeah, keep going. Keep
getting
keep getting the coaching. Do
keep
it.
getting the coaching. And tell us, Ron, if people, how do we get in touch with you, and how can we
Yeah.
connect?
Yeah. Probably the easiest way to do it is via LinkedIn.
Mm,
Just, my name, my company is RLB Training and Development. Please feel free. Anybody reach out, and I will gladly have a conversation. And one of the big things again that's so important to me when I say that, going back to staying out of the results business, anybody that wants to reach out, I will welcome the chance to chat. It's not going to be a sales call. It's not going to be, oh, well, we need to work together, whatever it might be. I'll talk to anybody. And if there's some synergy there and if there's something that we can do together, wonderful. And if there's anything I can do to help, even just in the short term, I will be glad to do that.
yeah, the synergy matters. You got to have the
Got to
right.
match.
Yeah, you got to have the right match. So, and then it's important to have that. So that's perfect. And Ron, we usually end our show with asking, because we're real estate mortgages, so we got to ask you, if the walls could talk in your home, what would they say?
It's very interesting because this is the house my wife grew up in.
Wow.
And there are so many generations that have lived here. And I think that's what the walls would say is like, wow, so many different generations, so many changes, and yet so much love threaded throughout.
That's sweet. We haven't had a guest that had multi generations in one house, and to live in there.
Yeah.
It's it's probably saying, "Wow, let's keep going."
Yeah.
How many more
Yeah.
generations are going to be here? So, okay. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Ron, for being on our show. We truly appreciate you having you here today.
Oh, thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Okay, guys, if y'all like today's episode, like, subscribe, and share.
And until next time, keep dreaming big, planning smart, and remember, with the right team, you hold the keys.